Looks like a line of storms on the way in for our northern zones. So what's the timing on it and what does the rest of the weekend look like? Let's get the answers from Nicole.
Yeah, this is probably where we're expecting the heaviest amount of rain coming into tonight. Really some more steady and more calm rainfall sitting well off to our west that'll eventually be moving its way into the area as we go into the later evening hours. But we do have one line just ahead of the main body of rain that does have some lightning in it, does have a brief little moment of some heavier downpours out there just now passing across Eau Claire, but we'll likely continue to see that line extend further south into Trempealeau County and eventually moving over into Jackson County. So if you have any plans in the next hour or so and you're in these areas, you might want to hold off just for a second unless you want to get wet. Otherwise, that heavy rain is really going to be the main impact with that line of storms. Once we go through the rest of the evening, though, then that main issue is just going to be that steady rain, just a nice calm rain until maybe a little bit later on into the overnight period. We could see some more widespread showers starting to form, and in that's when we might see a couple more thunderstorms forming in as we go into the early morning hours for tomorrow. Overall, really not expecting a lot of impacts with this other than some additional rain totals, because for what it looks like, most of the area should just be getting by with that steady rain. So rain totals themselves will be fairly light, and then a lot of that activity should be done as we wake up tomorrow morning. Here's those rain totals again. If you find yourself under one of those thunderstorms, especially that line that's currently moving ahead of the system, you could have some higher localized rain amounts, anywhere maybe from an inch to an inch and a half. Everybody else is just going to see some trace amounts, maybe seeing some locations getting up to half an inch without that thunderstorm activity. But overall, just a nice little healthy dusting of some rain that we haven't really seen a whole lot of. As we go into tomorrow morning, then most of the rain should be moving out of the area, but we'll be left with some very moist conditions out there. It's going to be a tad bit muggy and humid in the morning as well, because we're finally feeling that warmer air settling into our morning hours along with it. So we'll likely have another round of some patchier fog. Definitely not expecting any dense areas of fog, but some patchier areas, especially east of the Mississippi, and then maybe some lingering areas as we go south of I-90 until we get into the later morning hours and that fog decides to burn off. Here's those overnight lows. Then again, we're getting back into the 60s, the mid 60s for some locations, so it will start to feel a tad bit more muggy and maybe a little bit stickier in the morning and late morning hours. 65 when you wake up in the morning tomorrow in La Crosse, 63 in Eau Claire. A lot of those showers, though, again, should be out of the area as we go throughout the morning hours tomorrow. And then we'll be left with mostly sunny skies after that fog burns off, and it's going to feel pretty warm out there. Slightly warmer than we were today. 86 in La Crosse for your Saturday high, 84 in Eau Claire as we go into Sunday. That's when we really start to feel that summertime heat returning into the area. Most of the area at least getting into the mid 80s. Some of us, though, upper 80s, 88 for your high in La Crosse. Folks further south are going to have a chance to reach close to 90 degrees as we go into Sunday, but chances now are a little bit questionable on how much cloud coverage we'll have out there. Either way, 88, 89, 90 degrees. Not really a whole lot of difference. It's just going to feel pretty warm for September weather either way. That'll likely continue on into the start of the week as well, with Tuesday being another hot one, but then we'll slowly fall with some more rain chances later in the week.
Okay, we'll get back to fall.
Exactly, yeah, it's coming back.
All right, thank you, Nicole.